Imagine pulling a clunky, greenish lump from the murky seabed, and as you brush off the grime, you realize you're holding a 2,000-year-old computer. Not just any computer, but one that can predict the next eclipse with stunning precision. Think about that. No chargers, no software updates, just 30 bronze gears doing the job of a smartphone calendar, 2 millennia before smartphones existed. It sounds like science fiction, but this isn't a prop from a movie. It's one of history's most astounding technological marvels. Our story begins in 1900, when a crew of Greek sponge divers was forced by a violent storm to take shelter near the island of Antikythera. While waiting out the tempest 40 meters down, a diver surfaced, wide-eyed, talking about a horrifying sight, a field of bodies and horses on the seafloor. They weren't bodies, but magnificent bronze and marble statues from an ancient Roman shipwreck that sank around 60 BCE. For months, the divers hauled up treasures, gleaming statues, glassware, and coins. Among this haul was a misshapen, corroded lump of bronze the size of a shoebox. It looked so unremarkable that while museums celebrated the statues, this drab piece was simply catalogued and shelved, a forgotten footnote to a spectacular discovery. A year later, an archaeologist named Revolutionize was sifting through the less glamorous items when his gaze fell upon that unassuming lump. He noticed it had split open, and glinting from within was something impossible, the neat, triangular tooth of a gear. As he looked closer, he found an entire gear wheel, perfectly preserved. This was no accident, it was engineered. When he announced his discovery in 1902, the academic world scoffed. Sophisticated gears, they argued, belonged to Renaissance clockmakers, not ancient Greeks. The artifact was dismissed as a curious anomaly and, once again, forgotten, its genius hidden in plain sight. Fast forward to 1951. British historian Derek de Sola-Price had a hunch about the artifact. He decided to use a new technology to look inside, X-rays. What the X-rays revealed wasn't just one gear, but a mind-boggling clockwork of at least 30 interlocking gears. But it was their tooth counts that screamed ancient astronomy. He found gears with 127, 223, and 235 teeth. These weren't random. A 223-tooth gear perfectly matches the Saros cycle, an 18-year period that works like a cosmic alarm clock, telling you when the sun, earth, and moon will realign for the next eclipse. The 235-tooth gear tracked the Metonic cycle, a 19-year period that perfectly realigns the moon's phases with the solar year. It was like nature's own calendar reset button. The device was a computer, built 1,400 years before Europe's best clockmakers created anything comparable. The story gets even better. In 2005, a research team brought in the heavy artillery, a high-resolution CT scanner. They virtually sliced the artifact into wafer-thin sections, and secrets hidden for millennia leapt onto the screen. They found inscriptions, month names and star positions, that were essentially the device's user manual. The front dial was a calendar for the sun and the zodiac. But the real magic happened when they digitally turned the side crank. Every pointer moved in perfect sync, the sun, the moon, the predicted eclipses, and even the 4-year schedule of the Olympic Games. It was a complete, working model of the cosmos, brought to life by 21st century tech. So how did it work? Think of it as a clockwork brain. At its heart was a differential gear, the same clever mechanism in your car that lets the wheels spin at different speeds on a turn. Here, it subtracted the sun's motion from the moon's to calculate the exact lunar phase. But they didn't stop there. The moon's orbit isn't a perfect circle, it speeds up and slows down. The mechanism modeled this with an ingenious pin and slot system, causing the moon pointer to vary its speed just like the real thing. One turn of the handle advanced time by a set amount, and all these gears worked together to predict the future. No batteries, no code, just pure mechanical genius. This device was the ultimate app for the ancient world. For a farmer, it could show the best time to plant crops by tracking specific stars. For a ruler or a wealthy merchant, it was a source of incredible prestige. Imagine being able to announce, in 3 weeks, the moon will turn red at 9 p.m. That wasn't just knowledge, that was power. It was social media cloud, 80 BCE style. It was a portable, handheld gadget that let you scroll through time, a testament to the ancient desire for accessible, predictive technology. Here's the unsettling mystery: nothing this complex appears again in the historical record for over 1,400 years. So, was this a one-off stroke of genius from some unknown ancient Einstein? Or, is it the lone survivor of a whole tradition of mechanical engineering that has otherwise vanished? We know countless manuscripts were lost in fires and disasters. It's also possible that every other device like this was simply melted down for its bronze during wartime. We may be looking at the last echo of a lost technological world, challenging our entire understanding of what the ancients were capable of. Every time your phone gives you a calendar alert, you're using a direct descendant of those 30 bronze gears. The idea of a pocket-sized computer started not in Silicon Valley, but on an ancient Greek workbench. The Antikythera mechanism shatters the lazy timeline that equates ancient with primitive. It's also a testament to the power of mechanics. It survived 2 millennia underwater, a feat that would destroy any modern electronic. It's a humbling reminder that our own gadgets may one day be curious ruins. The mechanism connects us directly to the ingenuity of our ancestors, proving that the drive to predict the world around us is a timeless human pursuit. If you love stories where ancient genius rewrites history, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss the next lost gadget we uncover. And drop a comment below. What lost ancient invention do you hope we pull from the deep next?